Alright, back to live. Sorry about this, had some little technical difficulties. So, this was the qualifying session for the round 5 Hungarian Grand Prix. As Connor set the fastest lap, as Penguin inverted laps, so he's gonna start from P2. Jesse's gonna start from P3, as his teammate starts from the top. Tino starts from P4, pretty solid work from him. As Ammo, the Void, is on 5th place. Pretty good job from him. There's a quick confirmation about today's grid. Excuse me. Connor with the 1.14.6, great lap from him. There's pretty few drivers actually on the 1.15. Good job. And now we are on the way for the race. I'm gonna be back in 20 seconds. Alright, formation lap is on the way to go. Everyone take it slow, pick their strategies. A lot of people took the medium tires for this track. Just kind of interesting to see. Actually, let me see who's on. 2 drivers picked the hard tires for this track. I think that's the better options around Hungarian. Ghost and Magnetic Rave. I'm gonna call him Rave for this nice race. As they're warming up their tires, DMS Racing start from the back of the grid. Hopefully see some improvement from him. Excuse me. As Tino commented, P4, which is not quite bad for first racing tier 1. And now on the screen we can see the possible race strategies over the race. Maybe into hard or make it 2 stops. Let's go back to the top man, Connor. He's gonna line up for his position. It's all lined up as everybody else lining up for the grid position. Oh, that was a little bit go through. and now we're just waiting for the lights to go out. I got the green flag, and now it's 5 lights. Alright, 5 lights away we go for the Hungary Grand Prix. Who's got the better start? Connor did. What a surprise, actually. Oh, actually, his Connor teammate, Jesse, right next to him. We already got actions into turn 1, lap 1, as Alex Cooper fighting with one of the Red Bull, W0 Roski, I don't know how to say your name, sorry. As Hella fight back for his own position for P10. Burb and his teammate fighting through turns to turns, as his teammate got the exit. What? Let us try to get sneaky around the back chicane. Pretty hard to overtake there. As back for the top, Connor pulled away from his teammate by 6/10 already, but his teammate not giving up, trying to get that DRS away from his teammate. Solid lap turn as in tier 1, solid lap 1. No collisions yet. Glad to say that, always. As Rave, I think he moved down a bit. Yeah, big fight on the turn 1. Alex and Tino lost 1 position, but 33 laps to go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Anything can happen around here. Track limits, easy to bring out safety cars as well, as there is no actions going on right now. Everybody stays on their position as the 2 Mercedes behind each other. DMF and Rave a bit behind of the pack, so a safety car would save their race, I would say. But back on the top to see who's gonna be fast on the DRS. Yeah, it's wide open for the second lap. Actually, third lap. Second lap doesn't count, as the DRS opens on the second laps nowadays. As Elmo goes through his teammate, Ghost. They're not even trying to fight, so they are focused on the race to get more points, both on different strategies. Anyways, no point to take a fight yet. On this track it's pretty hard to overtake. The only overtake opportunities is actually on the main straight by the start and finish line, one of the DRS zone, and through the turn 2, which was a second DRS zone. That's where the drivers who's got the better exit. Oh, as a yellow flag goes up, that's one of the Red Bull on the wall. I don't know what happened, to be fair. Spin, might be antenna issues, but still we got a yellow flag as he goes back on track. It's pretty interesting to see the first yellow flag go out on lap 4. As Hello might be in danger from Burb. He tries to... Hello goes up to different defensive lines, taking a bit more aggressive on... Oh, Hello! Oh, commentator, sorry Hello. As we can see, the second spin on this tier 1 race as a safety car. Wow, or is it just the virtual safety car? you can see no penalties yet. Who lost the most? Who gained the more? Apart actually gained 4 position since lap 1. Pretty solid. It's just virtual safety car, alright. No penalties yet. Let's stay on board with Connor for a little bit. Unfortunate for Hella. It's a tricky turn. If you if you go onto the power 2 zone, you can spin the car easily around. Especially when you have your DRS on. As drivers go slowly so they don't get any drive-through penalties. And actually we're on the way. Sorry, I did not have any information about that. But Jesse and Connor are looking good as Burb and his teammate fighting each other. Who's got the better exit on turn 2. Burb keeps the position against Burb, yeah, sorry about it. As his teammate had a little cheeky drift around these corners. Yeah, Hella went into the pit change. Front wing, I saw front wing damage on it. But he's back on track on the new set of mediums. He's definitely have to stop one more time to change that tire. As Connor pulls away 1 second ahead of his teammate already. Connor had an amazing start from the VSC. Got a lot of drivers actually sleeping on the green light. To be fair, he got me too. But Penguin and Jesse is gonna be fighting each other. As Penguin tries to go up from the inside, locks up a bit. He's got the second DRS. Is he gonna go for it? No. Jesse had an amazing defending line over there. There's no go through him. Trying to defend from the McLaren to go ahead of him and trying to actually go for Connor for the other Williams. Alex is going from off the track. I think that's one warning for him. But he's keeping it calm for now. Still long way to go. Astino saving his ERS for the main straight. Taking it easy on the tires. Mediums warm up quickly. Oh, sorry, this one goes off. Woski, we got our first retirement on track. And that is a virtual safety car again? Just got it from Hellos. I'm not sure what happened to him. Probably a spin. But it was in turn 2, going to turn 3. So as Almo on the void goes in for pits, early stop trying to undercut some drivers. Oh, there's more people following them. Apart, Leonard. The other 3 drivers who went for pit for early stop for hot tires. Hot tires, I think they had to stop one more time around lap 23-ish. As Ammo the Void goes really smooth on turn 2, doesn't want to burn his tires too quickly. This is time for Hella to actually catch up for the rest of it. Tino has a drive-through penalty, speeding under the virtual safety car. But we are back on the race as Penguin really close to Jesse. I think there's gonna be a bit fighting into the turn 1. As Alex close up to them, you can see Tino on the background. Let's see what they can do on turn 1. Is there any moves? Any moves from Penguin? Goes from the outside right now. Locks up. Little bit of contact. And Penguin, they're still next to each other. Literally for Penguin has that position. Still next to each other. Pretty intense fight. Into turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Turn 4. They really... This is very entertaining. And Penguin has the... Penguin always there on that track. And they're still next to each other. Intense fight between these two. Into the back of the chicane. Jesse backs out for it. Smart move. Waiting for that DRS zone. One of the Williams has more battery than the other one. They're still draining it. As Connor is absolutely flying right now. 3 seconds ahead of these two. As Tino, I think, lost a couple of tenths. Yeah, he just slide it again. Might be the tire pressures too high or too low. Don't get me wrong, I don't really know about it, as he doesn't have battery and he is out of this podium battle for now. As Ghost is just doing his own race right now. 8 laps on the hards. Burb as well. 15 seconds away from Connor. It's 5 seconds away from Ghost. It was pretty entertaining for this last couple laps. We've seen good battles between Penguin and Jesse. But now we got another fight coming up from DMS Racing and Amoy. Amoy just gonna take that position as DMS makes a mistake. He said thank you very much. And he's already 8 tenths ahead, 1 second ahead already. Tire advantages. You can see really the tire wears on this track. Pretty hard to keep them. As the DMS Racing now has a company behind him. Alpard and Leather. If you are trying to hunt DMS Racing down for this main straight, as we go another Tino into the pits for a mediums. Oh, sorry, no, just go through the traffic penalty, and he's in P7. What? Alma of the Void. Where's the commentator from? I'm from Hungary actually, so this is my home track. Pretty exciting. Alex picks up the 3 seconds penalty for leaving the track multiple times. Pretty common around here. Thank you for the heart. Friedsen Hesky. I don't know how to say the name, sorry. As Connor is in own university right now, so his own word, as you can see. 4 seconds ahead of the second place. Who actually dives into the pits. Drivers goes into pretty early, lap 11 for medium. Alex is literally out of battery. He needs to start saving up if you want to try and catch up with Connor. As Ghost doesn't goes into pits as well. Burb doesn't. It's just Ollie, Pinky and Jesse who are actually fighting for P3, P2. As I'm all back of the Ferrari's rear end. Had a little twitchy on turn 1. As there's a yellow flag which is hella off the track. suspension. I think that was a lockup or end up losing great tires. But hanging there, hello. There's another 3 seconds penalty for Ghost. I was leaving the track. We got our first 2 penalties for today. And it's just only lap 11. As there's a big fight between Tino and Pingy. Actually, Tino just let these two, which he right past them. He doesn't want to take any fights. He knows that there's no chance. Doesn't have the grip for it. Doesn't have the speed for it, maybe. As there's other fight going on before turn 1. Actually, on the last corner. Sorry. So actually, Rave sliding all around, losing a bit time to Leonard. As there's another one. There's a freeway battle going on, actually. Freeway battle, I'm really sorry. Can't speak today. On to turn 1, but I think we missed that. So, Lena is literally sliding all over the place with those 5 laps of hards. Maybe trouble warm up the tires, or the setup maybe. As Apart is on currently P10, trying to go through letters on the DRS zone maybe. As the field actually got separated up, pretty much. There is no action going on right now. There's a little DRS train on from Burp to down to Apart. As Penguin set the fastest lap, only hard, so you can see he's absolutely pushing the McLaren to the limits. As you're gonna see any moves. Yeah, Apart move from the inside. Got left letter by a little bit of surprise, I think, but they are still side by side, and Apart didn't have a really good exit from turn 2. As Pink and Burb had a little fight, we kind of missed that again. I'm gonna start pay attention for the minimap and the information on board as well. As Jesse moved up 1 position from Burb as well. He doesn't want to take the fight against these two. Doesn't want to hold them up. Just let them be. As Burb has a little company of Almoid of the Void, so he doesn't get bored on the DRS zone. But I don't think Burb is gonna take a little fight, as Burb dives into the pits for a set of hard, I believe. As Pink and Ghost had an overtake from him, pretty easy overtake from the DRS zones. But now he got the opportunity to get away from Jesse, actually, as Jesse has to wait till the DRS zone to pass Ghost, who is not gonna give that 4th position that easily. As Heller still crosses the line by himself. Unlucky from him, unlucky. 1 spin and the race can be over. The only thing can save Heller from right now, it's a safety car. Sorry, a little bit drink. But Alex is just cruising around. Doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him for now. 5 seconds between Penguin and Alex. but he's 10 seconds away from Connor. As there is a pit going on from Tino again. By now he goes for the hard, and now I think he's gonna go till the end of the hard. I don't know, is that early pit or not, but we see how it's gonna work out for him. As the two Ferraris, P12 and P13, not looking good for them for now, just like in real life. Ferrari fans had a little bit of flashbacks of this track, even myself as well. Just watching Connor on his 14 laps old mediums absolutely flying, using his IRS to get more times between Alex so he can go into the pits in peace. As Alex actually goes into the pit, as I said so, for a set of hards. Those mediums looking cooked. That was a little bit texture, you see it. But two Mercedes, P4, P5, they're looking good, helping each other, trying to catch up to Jesse. 7 seconds ahead. As the field really got away, only two persons are close to each other. It's Apart and Leroy's, and the two Mercedes obviously. But I don't think so there's gonna be a fight between the Mercedes. They're just trying to get the most amount of points that possible. But yeah, Hungary ring, it's difficult to overtake as Lara goes off the track a bit, but he goes back. Yeah, it's like Monaco, but it's a bit wider, but not wide enough for actually go side by side. As Connor pits for a new set of hards, goes down to P3, but he's gonna, as the Mercedes, just ahead of the Mercedes. Now he needs to find 7 seconds to go back to his original grid place. As there's a little bit of fight going on around here, Alex and Apart. It was from the DRS as he locks up a bit. The DMSR Racing goes in for a pit to change those 15 laps old mediums. Had a good run on the mediums, to be fair. Most of the drivers pitted lap 11 as Jesse picks up the 3 seconds penalty. Now the penalty actually goes. Oh, it's not here, isn't it? It's right here. Now you got 3 drivers with 3 seconds penalty. As Connor don't need this, just gonna need, actually don't need this either, isn't it? None. There you go. Yeah, Connor actually lost some time. 8 seconds to Pink Penguin. As I'm not sure who picked up the penalty again. As Bird picks up the 3 seconds as well. Wow, a lot of drivers push themselves to the limit to trying to catch up for the car ahead. It's like all of the track, if you're out of the DRS zone, there's not really what you can do about it, just to open your... Oh, it's Burb retires from the session, and now that goes a safety car. First safety car, as you can see up there. Unfortunately, Burb has crashed, sorry. Thing for spin. Goes off spin. It's really easy to lose the car, as Burp has left the session. Unfortunately, his race is now over for him. Had a great 18 laps, as this one gives a free stop for Pink Penguin and Jesse, who hasn't pitted uh, for the past 7 laps, I think. As Connor, I think, is gonna overtake them both. Yes. Alright, first safety car on Hungary Grand Prix. As Alex takes up the drive-through penalty, speeding under the safety car. Probably trying to catch up to the safety car. But now this brings back Hella to the race. So it's a bit positive for him, but unfortunately for Burb, he has to retire to... As Alex is in the wall again. I'm not sure what happened here. A spin. Lock up, maybe. But he lost his front wing. Yes, indeed he does. And he just hit the wall, I think. He had enough. Apparently, I think the drive-through penalty was last straw of the cup. Well, I don't know how to say that. As we got our 2 DNF, one was under the safety car and one was to close the safety car. It's a interesting race in Tier 1, and I'm so glad to actually commentate on it. This is my first time doing it. Unfortunately, just Picky and I had some technical difficulties, so you can't hurt Picky. I can't hurt Picky either from now on. Unfortunately, so I'm kinda lonely in here. Excuse me. So it's gonna mix up the grid a little bit. Gonna try to overtake the safety car, signaling the safety car drivers they're going too slow. We all know Connor, he likes to go fast. But the safety car and the F1 car, there's a little bit of differences of downforces, I think. Not much, but a little bit. As the safety car approached the back chicane. And everybody is on the hard tires. Not this one, I'm sorry. It is this one. No, actually, there's 3 drivers on the medium. It's Ghost, Rave, and Liller. They will have the tire advantage for a bit, but I think the hard is the better options. Tino 5 laps of the hards, and Hello on the 4 laps on the hard. They are the only 2 drivers who has the oldest tires on this race. Let me see their position changing. Only a couple of drivers apart. Gains 5 positions since the start. Rave also 5 positions from the start. The DMS Racing 4 positions since the start. I think this is the last lap of the safety car, and then we will be back racing. Everyone caught up to the safety car. Yes. seems like it. And now, for unfortunately, of 3 drivers DNFing, now it's only 11 drivers in this race. Who's gonna be finished on the podiums? I'm not sure yet, but there's a good strong pace from Connor, from Penguin and Jesse. They are the 3 drivers who has a strong pace around Hungary ring. As you can see, safety car on this lap. We're gonna be sitting in Connor's car to see the getaway. On this track, there's not a lot of time to react to the safety car when he get into the pits, because the safety car actually leaves a bit later on, like from the other tracks. But Connor, I think he's on his way. Penguin has a great reaction time for it, as well as Jesse. Almo got sleep off a little bit, but he's there. He's in there. Spink had a little look to see if Connor can see him from the rear mirrors. As Jesse does the same thing to Penguin, so they can say hi to each other. They are pretty close. Connor and Penguin, Jesse are pretty close together. As Lara and Ray swapped up position, but Lara, I don't know if you say that, sorry, had a little bit of fight with the car. As we're going back to the top, Connor is not using any IRS saving for the straight line, as Ghost picks up another 3-second penalty, and now that's a 6 seconds penalty for Ghost. Not like what we can see, we don't want to see that. As DRS unable from this lap, we're not gonna get DRS from this from turn 2 yet. Have to go around one more lap just to get DRS, as there's no position change between these 3. Almo is already 1 second behind the leader, but he's 1 second behind of Jesse as well. As Hella still remains in P11, back of the grid, trying to go get by DMS Racing. And DMS Racing has a 3 seconds penalty, so Hella just needs to hang in there. Needs the 3 seconds advantage on DMS Racing. As we're going back to the main straight, as Alma of the Void actually close up to them. That's a bit surprised. He found the K button on the on the steering wheel, so he pushed it. Sorry, my PlayStation voice comment just comes up. They are still next to each other. They are still next to each other. Connor is not giving that place back easily. They are still side by side on the crucial corners, as Max and Hamilton did, but no one backed out this time. They are still side by side on the back chicane, and Connor has decided to back off this fight, but not for long, because the DRS zone is coming up. So save up the battery, guys, save up the batteries. As I'm of the Void, they don't want to interrupt these fights between these 3, so we just sit back and watch them. And to that, Heller pick up the 3 seconds time penalty as well. Unfortunate for him. And of course, the other drivers who pick up penalties, unfortunate for them as well. Especially Ghost. He got 6 seconds penalty. Ascona trying to retain his first place, still at side by side. Are they gonna do the same thing as last lap? Ascona is trying to go to switch back, but it doesn't kind of work out for him. So he's gonna sit back one more lap to try and be attacked. Penguin. Both of them are kind of out of battery, but Connor backed out for the battery, so he's taking it none. As well as Penguin. He's got 54%. 60% now. 57 stopped. As it goes back to medium. As there was another spin for Heller. I think he just disappeared and I just saw him on turn 1. As there's a yellow flag by one of the Kickstarter goes off the track. Potential spinning or possible contact between one of the racers. As Ray nearly lost his car on the final couple turns, easy to lose the back rear of the car as well. As Apart and Tino has a little bit of fight. He's got better exit. They still. I was about to say they're still side by side, but not anymore. Apart took the position from Tino. I believe he has a 11 laps old hard tires on it, so you can see the tire advantage that these drivers has. Aparo has gained 6th position now from his original starting position. As the MF Racing picks up another 3 seconds time penalty. I don't know, is the track limits on this track buggy as last year's Imola, or it's hard to keep it between the lines. Ascona doesn't want to attack Penguin for the first place, so he just sits back, recharging his battery. Fair enough, Penguin does the same thing. You can recharge the battery pretty good on this track. You don't need much battery just on the straight line. As Jesse is behind his teammate, doesn't want to fight for his teammate, but he's using a bit more battery to keep up with these two. As Connor using some battery around these corners. These three are really close to each other, so there's gonna be more actions from them in the future. As Apart and Tony are so pretty close on track right now. We are the only few drivers I think we're gonna see action from. As Tony has a great exit from the last turn, but is it enough to catch Apart? No, it's not. Or maybe it is if you get a great exit from this turn. No, he doesn't. He'll light up the rear ends. As Apart keeps the 6 positions for now. So we don't need to forget that Jesse needs to push. I mean, he's already 3 seconds ahead of Armor of the Void, but if he wants to be safe, needs to get moving on. as Lara is into the pits for wing damage and for another theft of hearts. As Hella moves up to P10 because of it. As Apart picks up a 3 seconds time penalty, so Dino has to just sit back behind him and just let it go. But Tino is not that kind of person, so he wants to gain that track position on track and on the final classification. As we got a yellow flag, Lara spins again, doesn't warm up his tires. As DMS Racing goes into the pits for a set of soft, I'm thinking of. Yes, it's a brand new set of soft, so he's trying to get the fastest lap. .18.1 is the fastest lap from Penguin. As Lara spins again, he's really fighting with that car right now. I'm not sure what happened. Might be floor damage, maybe? I don't see any visual. Or it may be the tires. Oh, he spins again in the pit lane. So Lara is retired from session, unfortunately. So we are now, whoever's finished this race gets a point. As Penguin is trying to pull away from Connor. He's doing a great job. 6 tenths, 5 tenths up. 6 tenths up on these last 2 turns. 7. Connor doesn't using any battery. But they are kind of on the same percentage. As now Connor used a little bit. As his teammate Jesse Chandler is getting away, so he's losing time for these two. But Jesse needs to spread the battery button a bit more often so this cannot happen. As there's a big fight for P1, side by side action, Penguin and Connor. They are putting the really good show for us. As Connor had a little bit contact with Penguin, but Penguin defends it really nicely away from Connor, and he's still ahead. Sorry. As Amor the Void is actually lost some times now. He's 5.6 seconds behind Jesse. So no rush. We are on the 31 lap of the 35. I'm gonna be honest with you, it went really fast. Didn't expect to be this fast. We're already on lap 32, which is insane. Doesn't feel like it, but for the drivers it takes ages. They feel like they're driving forever. As there's another fight between these two. Let's see who's get the better exit. They both did. As Connor side by side, he's keeping it there. They are still fighting. Who's gonna be ahead of this corner? Penguin O'Connor, there was a big contact between them, but Connor had moved up for P1 with a little bit of contact, but no damages on these cars. Always good to see a little bit of hard fighting between drivers and drivers sometimes. As one of the RB has still trying to defend that 6th position, but unfortunately for his time penalty, he's gonna move down to P7. So Tino has to, oh, that was another spin from Hella. I just got that. Unfortunate for him, it's not his race weekend that he was hoping for, as he got another wing damage. As one of the McLaren is actually caught up with him, which is Rave, who currently sits in P8 with 12 seconds far from Tino and apart, who are actually side by side action. Who's got the better exit as Penguin picks up the 3 seconds time penalty. So sorry, that was too many things happened. So Tino is gained 1 more position from apart. As we're going back to Penguin, who picks up the 3 seconds time penalty. Oh my god, I'm really sorry. So as Jesse spun around and broke his wing damage. So unfortunate for him, his podium dreams were faded away. But for Penguin, it still can be P2. As Elmo of the Void find himself to P3. Unfortunately for Jesse, he's got a little bit of wing damage, so the only thing he can do is to go for fastest lap. And I think he's gonna be just behind of Rave. As you can see, the fresh new soft tires goes up on on the Williams, and now he's off to go, just behind of Rave. This was an interesting couple laps of this Hungary Grand Prix. As I was experiencing this track, Hungaroring. Sorry, in my language you can say Hungaroring. A little bit of Hungarian teaching there for you. This track always can surprise me, and I think a lot of people like this track because of this. As we goes on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, with Connor ahead of Penguin, and Arm of the World just needs to get this lap together, and he's on the podium. As we can see, another yellow flag, which is DMF Racing, spun around on the exit of the chicanes. Easy to lose the car there as well, especially when you're taking too many curbs. As Connor makes the final chicane and the final end of the last sector 2. As we're gonna go and hop in with him for this last couple corners. Connor takes the last corners of this track. He said this was his second best track, and he really shows really good pace around this track, and he's taken this victory for the Hungary Grand Prix round 5. Congratulations to him, congratulations to Penguin as well for Armoid of the Void. Great pace from these guys. Always happy to see drivers finishing the race. Goes up P5. Tino goes P4 where he actually started. So it worked out really well for him. As Ghost, because of the time penalty, goes to P5. Apart goes up to P6, gaining 6th position from the start. And unfortunately for Jesse, P7. Magnet Grave P8. DMF Racing, who is in this last chicane, with Hella finishing his final lap. Unfortunately for him, it's P10. Had a lot of spin, but he was hanging there, so good job from him. And now, as we're watching DMS Racing for this final couple of turns, just goes to sector 3. Had a little bit of lunge in there, a little dive bomb of the car of Penguin, has taken his last turns of this Grand Prix, taking it pretty close to the wall, as I can see, and now he is finished. It was an entertaining race, as I can say. Really interesting couple of laps by the end. And now, as you can see, Connor taking live streams for the fans. You can see the 3 drivers up there showing great pace. Wasn't quite enough for the podium. You did really good, Tino. You did really good for tier 1. As you can see, fastest lap driver today goes for Ammo the Void. I would say I would give it to who should I give it to? Apart really showed really good racing tonight, but I would have to agree with the... No, I would give it to Apart. Apart did really good job. But yeah, this is it. This was the Hungary Grand Prix IRS racing. Thank you for you being here. This was round 5, and now I'm just gonna hang in there and see what's the next. Oh, it's Imola for tier 1 next Tuesday, so make sure you hang in there. Thank you.